Most people think their financial life is decided by luck, or by rich parents, or by some secret stock tip that everyone else got except them. That's comforting because if it's luck, then it's not your fault. You can relax, scroll Instagram, and blame the system. But here's the uncomfortable truth. For most people, their entire financial future quietly gets locked in by one decision they make around the age of 20, and they don't even realize it happened. At 20, you don't feel like you're making life-defining decisions. You feel like you're just surviving. Choosing a degree because your cousin said it's good, taking a job because bills exist, hanging out with people because they're around. Nothing dramatic, no lightning strike. And yet, years later, you wake up at 35 wondering how life became a loop of salary, stress, and Sunday night depression. The scary part? The answer is usually boring. It wasn't one big failure. It was one small decision, repeated every day for years. That decision is not which degree you chose. It's not which job you took. And it's definitely not whether you invested in crypto early. The real decision is far simpler and far more dangerous. Did you decide to trade your time for money? Or did you decide to build skills that eventually replace your time? Most people at 20 unknowingly choose the first option. At that age, society pushes you hard towards safety. Get a degree, get a job, get stable. Don't take risks, don't experiment, don't fail. You're told that time equals money, and the only way to earn more is to give more hours. So you learn how to be employable, not valuable. You learn how to follow instructions, not create outcomes. You learn how to look busy, not how to build leverage. And it feels responsible. Adults approve, parents relax, relatives stop asking questions at weddings.
But there's a hidden cost to this decision. When you trade time for money for too long, your income gets capped by the number of hours in a day, and you only have 24 of those. No matter how hard you work, there's a ceiling. And once lifestyle inflation kicks in, rent, phone upgrades, food delivery, random self-care spending, that ceiling starts feeling very low very fast. The alternative decision looks irresponsible at 20. It looks confusing. It looks risky. It looks like wasting time. It's the decision to spend your early years building rare skills instead of chasing immediate income. This path doesn't give you instant rewards. In fact, it often makes you look behind in life. Your friends are earning, you're still learning. Your friends are upgrading phones, you're watching tutorials. Your friends are busy, you're broke but curious.
That's it. No poetry, no motivation quotes. If you can solve a problem, sell something, write something, build something, explain something, design something, you are valuable. If you can't, you're replaceable. Harsh, yes. True, also yes. The tragic part is that many people actually have potential. They're smart, curious, capable. But at 20, they make the decision to delay skill building because there's time later. Later becomes after the degree, after the job, after marriage, after kids, after burnout. And suddenly, later is never. Instead of learning how money acts.
And no, this doesn't mean drop out and start a startup. That's Instagram nonsense. This means that while you're studying, while you're working, you make a conscious decision to invest your free time into compounding skills, not just entertainment. You learn how to write clearly, how to sell honestly, how to understand numbers, how to use technology, how to communicate ideas. These skills stack, and when skills stack, income follows. Here's the funny part. Most people at 20 actually have the perfect conditions to take this path. Fewer responsibilities, lower expectations, more energy, more time. But they waste it trying to look successful instead of becoming successful. They chase validation instead of value. They want results before foundations, and then they're shocked when life collapses under pressure later. Your financial life is not destroyed by one bad decision. It's destroyed by thousands of small, safe decisions. Watching instead of learning,
spending instead of investing, complaining instead of experimenting, waiting instead of starting.
The people who chose skill building early don't magically avoid problems. They just have options later. They can quit bad jobs, negotiate better pay, start side projects, say no. That's real wealth, not luxury cars, but freedom of choice. So if you're around 20, or even if you're not, the question isn't, what job should I do? The question is, what skill am I building that makes me harder to replace next year than I am today? If you can answer that honestly and act on it consistently, your financial future will quietly shift in your favor. And no, this won't make you rich overnight. It will make you rich slowly, then suddenly, which is exactly how real wealth works. Most people miss this because it doesn't feel urgent. There's no deadline, no exam, no boss yelling, just a quiet fork in the road. One path feels safe and familiar. The other feels uncertain and uncomfortable. And the funny thing is, the safe path is usually the one that leads to long-term financial anxiety. So yes, one decision at 20 really does decide your financial life, not because 20 is magical, but because habits compound, skills compound, choices compound. And once time passes, compounding works either for you or against you. Choose wisely. Your future self is watching.